Hello, come on in, get settled, get settled, get settled. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Just a moment. My name is Candace Spears. I am the host inside of this community. I am a coach to corporate women. I am a real estate investor and entrepreneur. I am all things multi-passionate, and I love helping women take ownership of their time, their talent, and their identity. And as you are in here inside of this live, I can only assume that the reason that you are here is because you are one of those women that is after taking ownership of their time, their talent, their identity, and leaving out of corporate. So listen, today's topic, a super important topic. And there is something that has happened to me over the past 24 hours. Has it been? Yeah, it was yesterday. So over the past 24 hours, that plays very aptly into why it's so important that we press onto our journey and not be afraid when it comes to our pricing and the impact that we make in the world. Today's topic is all about going high end on your pricing without remorse, okay? But let me tell you something, and I'm going to say this just very, what's the best way I can say it? Very bluntly. If you cannot help yourself, you cannot help anyone else. All right? I'm going to say it that way. Because when we deal with this topic around high-end pricing, a couple of the things that I hear all the time, right? My team hears all the time. That may not be affordable for my audience. Or, ooh, I want to stay affordable. Or things like, my people, my audience, they don't really deal with that price point because of this, or they've got all these things going on, so that puts them in this price bracket. So really, oftentimes, what folks have chosen to do, and you may find yourself in this category, is we've decided for people that, ooh, something on the high end, like what I have here in this high end, this deeper transformation, that's not something that you're willing to invest in. That's not something that you're really going to get into. So I'm going to continue to stick in helping you at this level over here. And oftentimes, helping at this level over here is keeping you where you are. So is not allowing you to go and serve more people and do more because things just don't make sense. Ends don't meet, finances don't match, and so you limit your impact. Now, before I go any further, if what I just said, and that was a taste because this is a hot topic for me, so if what I just said, no judgment. This is a supportive community, so no judgment whatsoever. Let me scroll down the chat. But if you have said anything that I have just mentioned, oh, my audience can't afford this, or ooh, I want to make sure that I stay affordable, or ooh, I don't want to drive people away if I raise that pricing. If you have said that, just drop an ouch in the chat. Go ahead and be honest. We love you either way, but just drop like an ouch in the chat so I can know and we can have some reality of just what's happening and what we're dealing with. All right? So if that's been, you've said those things, you've been that slave to your business and have thought about raising prices, haven't got there, blah, 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 and made up every excuse under the sun, go ahead and drop the ouch. Okay? Now, while you're doing that, so my location currently, as you can see behind me, I tried to find the best spot possible, but you can see all the medical devices behind me. Keeping it real, okay? Ouch. Murtis, thank you. Ouch, it's real. Jennifer, yes, we just had this conversation. Jennifer, yes. Ouch, very real. Now listen, where I am right now is I'm inside of Children's Hospital, and this is not where I planned to be doing this live, not at all. Yesterday, came in for a procedure, a routine procedure that we typically have with my daughter and her endoscopies or her esophagus and stuff like that. So came in for a routine procedure. My oldest daughter, for those of you that do not know, my oldest daughter is autistic. She's got special needs, so she's 12 years old, but just challenges in various ways. And so we were here for a routine endoscopy. Got to the hospital here about 6 o'clock a.m. in the morning, getting prepared for a procedure at 7. Procedure goes through. Talked to the doctor at about, I don't know, maybe it was 8 something. Doctor tells me, well, even though these particular results don't look good and we'll, figure out what's going on here, there's a whole nother thing that we'll have to deal with. And she's going to have to stay overnight. Okay, here we go. And the more and more she tells me the story, of what happened, she ended up aspirating. Some of her had a spit up, ended up aspirating. But the more and more she tells me about what's going on, we've got her now on a ventilator. We're going to have to keep her overnight. We actually don't know if it's just going to be overnight. It could be more days, that type of thing. I'm starting to have this sense of just panic set in. And for those of you who are moms, if you are a mom, can you just drop a mom in the chat? Because I know that there are other mamas that are out there that either knows what it's like or you can empathize. Maybe you are a guardian of someone or you have a close niece, nephew, whatever it is, but you know what it's to have someone who you're, wait, what's going on? And this is out of my control. And wait, what? Like, how do we figure this out? So with this news, I just say, okay, you do the routine calls. I was there by myself, so call my hubby first, call my mom next, told her what was going on. Well, it took me to a different waiting room to wait. They eventually called my name, and I got up and went into the other wing where they had her settled. And right in front of my eyes, my daughter is laying there. They've got tubes going everywhere. You hear alarms going off. The ventilator machines, you can hear them just going back and forth and back and forth. And I remember the nurse saying to me, okay, so we have her here in the ICU. And when I heard ICU, I said, whoa, what is going on? It's a feeling of lack of control, right? A complete lack of control. And so as I am taking in what the nurse is saying, but I'm watching my child here with, with all these wires and everything going on. And one, I'm in a place of gratitude, even though in a place of confusion, still in a place of gratitude. And so as the day went on and the nurses came and I ended up getting myself together and family got themselves together and all that stuff, I sat back, and this is why I'm telling you this story, because I believe that things do not happen by accident. They don't. Not with the God that I serve. I'm telling you this story because as I sat from yesterday, and I was telling some of the ladies, the coaches in particular, in the accelerator, because we had a meeting today, and I was talking to them, and I just said, you know what, from a gratitude perspective, I am here. I am able to be here. Not going to do this, guys. I am able to be here for my child. I am able to not worry about taking off of work. I am able to not worry about, if I am going to be gone from work, and that's okay, what about my paycheck? Or what's going to happen with my finances? Or what if this is going to be a long-term situation? I am grateful that that's what I get to do. And what I was telling the ladies, the coaches, is it is in moments like these that my mission to see each one of you, right? Each one of you, whether you have children or not, to see each one of you be in a place of independence that should anything happen in your life, God forbid, should anything happen in your life, that you are able to be there. You are able to step up. You are able to step in and not have to worry about asking permission to independently live life and take care of the things that are most important to you. And so that's why I tell you this story. And I say it, and I always say thank you for prayers, because prayers are everything. So even as you hear me say this story, and my daughter still lays over there, hopefully tomorrow or the next day we'll be going home. She's doing better. But as you hear me tell this story, I want you to not only pray for me in my situation, But I do want you to Ayana's point where I think it was Ayana, I'm trying to look in the chat here. Yep, it's Ayana, where she said perspective. I want you to think about you in this. Because again, situations don't happen by accident. I am not here and doing this live in this hospital with this God-given mission by accident to tell you this story, right? So I want you to understand that your ownership of your freedom and your ability to do things that you want to do in your life and make the impact that you want to make in your life. When we start talking about things that deal with choosing high-end pricing, it's not so much about you. It's about your ability to A, serve your client in an amazing way, which, let's be honest, it is tough. It is very tough for you to serve your client in a fantastic, deep, transformational way for $50 or for $100 or for $300. Let's be very honest. And those of you that have been there, like those of you who have been in situations where you have served people and you have given your all and you have perhaps served them in such a meaningful way, but so little came from it, the resentment and the frustration that you felt, that's not helpful. So now you have a transformation that you give that you probably won't give again, that was probably super impactful. And then you've got your own inner stuff that you now have to deal with because you didn't charge what you were worth. So when it comes to charging what you're worth, comes to charging high-end pricing, it's not just about you, it's about your client's transformation. It's about your ability to repeat those transformations over and over again for more people, to have the freedom to do that for more people. It's not just about you. So we take the remorse out of the situation when we can look at the bigger picture. Before I do jump off, so for those of you, because I already mentioned and I said it last week when I canceled the live, and I said it the week before that we had something that was coming up, and we've just been working through things tirelessly inside of the accelerator. I'm going to say this to you. I have a live private training that I am going to be doing on this topic. Now, this especially applies to those of you that have side businesses, okay? So you have businesses that you are running, or maybe you've ran a business in the past and you're trying to resurrect into something different. But I have a live private training that I am going to be doing, and I'm only doing it for those folks who have applied to work with us inside of the accelerator. So if you have applied to work with us inside of the Finding Freedom Business Accelerator, you have that opportunity, right? Your application is accepted. We are working hard and we are building our infrastructure well to handle the applications that are going to be coming in and all this other stuff. But if you are accepted to work with us and you apply, you've got your opportunity to jump into that live private training with me. I will be going into very much more detail in terms of really going and taking this side business full time with really just one high-end service. It's not necessary to do the gymnastics that we sometimes do. And I think I've got a schedule. There's a couple other lives I'm going to be doing here between now and next week, the end of next week, I think it is. We got a whole schedule built out. So there's a few other things I'm going to be talking about. But if that's something that interests you and you're interested in getting in on that live private training, again, you'll need to apply to work with us in the accelerator. And so if you happen to be on here and you are someone who has submitted for the accelerator before, if you're already in the accelerator, then there's no need. I see some of those folks on here. So there's no need for you to come back and go back through. But for those of you who are interested in working with us and you want to get in on that training, then you want to go ahead and fill out that application. It shouldn't take you that long to fill out. There are a couple of key questions and then some other just baseline questions, name, phone, that type of thing. So it is CandaceSpears.com/F app. Okay? So if you do want to get in on that live private training I'm going to be doing, the training is going to be on the 21st. So it's going to be on the 21st at 6 p.m. Central. And the only way to get an invitation is by applying. So you need to apply and be accepted in order to get in on that, okay? So I hope that you ladies have just a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your week. And just keep in mind what I said, right? It's not about you. It's not about you. It's about your family. It's about your freedom. It's about the impact that you can get for your clients when you help them invest in themselves at the level that matches, even exceeds the transformation that they're getting on the other side, okay? So ladies, I hope you have an awesome rest of your evening and week, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you all for your prayers and your continued love. And yeah, let's go. Let's go freedom. See you later.